Hi everyone, it's Roland Tech Virtual Assistant. I am Roland based in the Philippines. In today's topic, we are going to be discussing 4 important technical skills that we need to have as a general virtual assistant to enable us to provide good quality services to our potential clients. If you are just coming across my channel and my page the first time, do well to hit the like button and subscribe. You can as well click the notification bell to get you notified for more videos to come. Now, let's dive into this topic properly. If you are a virtual assistant, or rather, if you are a beginner to virtual assistant, this video is practically for you. Make sure you watch from start to finish so you can benefit this topic properly. Now, let's talk about this topic. As a new beginner to virtual assistant, I told us in my previous video that if you are starting your career as a virtual assistant, do where to start from general virtual assistant. In general virtual assistant, you can navigate more skills, you can navigate more niches, to be able to provide services for your potential client. According to this topic, 4 important technical skills that we need to have as a general virtual assistant to enable us provide quality good services to our potential client. They are: you have your data entry, email management, calendar management, and Google research. There are more skills that you can navigate as a general virtual assistant, but do well to learn this very first skill is very important. This will enable you to start providing good quality services to your potential client as a general virtual assistant. Now, for the data entry, when we talk about data entry, what do we actually mean by data entry? Providing a good quality services with a data entry tool. Now, in these 4 skills that we are talking about, or that we make mention of, these skills are found under Google Workspace. Now, if you understand what I mean by Google Workspace is actually your Gmail, which is your Google Suite. So if you are a general virtual assistant, or rather taking a career as a virtual assistant, the very first thing or the very first tools that you will need to have is your Gmail. Okay, it's very, very important. And under your Gmail, you have a lot of tools that you can navigate, that you can use to give quality services to a potential client. Now, it falls on this very particular 4 skills that you need to have as a new beginner to virtual assistant. Now, as a new beginner to virtual assistant, do well to learn this very first skill. It will help a lot to shape or to tailor your skills. Now, we are going to emphasize a little more bit on these 4 particular skills I make mention of, which is your data entry, your email management, your calendar management, and your Google research. Now, talking about these 4 skills, you can find them under your Google Workspace. Okay, your Google Workspace is your G Suite, which is your Gmail. Okay, now as a new beginner to virtual assistant, if you are getting more confused, do well to hit me on the comment section and tell me what is getting you confused so we can talk about it together. Or rather, you can make your research as well to get this clear and be more confident about what you're doing. Okay, now talking about these very 4 skills, you can find them under your Google Workspace, and your Google Workspace is your Gmail. Now, how to find these 4 particular tools in your Google Workspace? Finding these 4 particular tools in your Google Workspace, when we talk about your data entry skills, the tools that you can use for your data entry is Google Spreadsheet. You can also use your Google Form also for your data entry to provide data entry services for your potential clients. Okay, and where can you find this Google Spreadsheet or Google Form? You can find it under your Google Workspace, which is your Gmail. Finding this on your Gmail, you can easily go to your Gmail, click on All App, as you can see on the screen, click on All App, and you take it to, then you navigate all the tools that you have under your All App. Okay, you can find all the tools from your Google Workspace in All App from your Gmail. Okay, so as you can see on the screen, you navigate it more. That is the reason why I told you earlier that there are more tools that you can navigate and use to provide general virtual assistant services to your potential clients. So you can find all these under your Google Workspace tools, which is your Gmail. And when you go on your Gmail, this is where you can find them. Okay, don't get confused and don't get it twisted. You can be able to do this. It's very, very important, and it's easy as well as a new beginner to virtual assistant. Okay, just follow this instruction amicably and you will get it correctly. Okay, now let's talk about the email management. When we talk about email management, it still falls under your Gmail. So if you don't have Gmail, you cannot provide email management services to your potential clients. So that is the reason why it is very important that you have a professional Gmail. Okay, Having a professional Gmail, I talked about this in all my previous video, and I believe that you understand this better. So if you have watched this video to this stage, I believe you understand what I mean by professional Gmail. When you have your professional Gmail, that is when you can be able to provide good quality services of email management to your potential client. Providing email management to your potential client is very, very easy. I make mention of this in my previous video, how your potential client can give you access to his email, so you can be able to manage your potential client's email from your end as a general virtual assistant. Okay, so it's very, very easy to understand. Now let's talk about the next one, which is the calendar management. When we talk about calendar management, a lot of us might also get confused, most especially the beginners to virtual assistant, or rather my aspiring virtual assistant. Don't get confused, okay? I'm here to clarify this to you so that you can understand where you stand and also how to begin this process as a general virtual assistant. Talking about calendar management is when you also manage your potential client calendar. Your potential client will also share his calendar with you for you to manage for him. So that is how to manage your potential client's calendar. It's very, very easy and it is simple. When you follow through all my previous videos on how I tutor about this, you can be able to get them correctly. This brings us to the last but not the least, which is your research. It simply means Google research, okay? Making a Google research is very, very important as a general virtual assistant, because when you are being given a task to handle and when you get confused about the task, it's mandatory that you go on your research, go on your Google and make your research. And for those of us who doesn't understand what Google research means, it simply means google.com. Yeah, a lot of us knows it as google.com, but you can also get it in your Google workspace. Don't get confused and don't get it twisted. As it is, you get it correctly the way I explain it totally, okay? It's very, very easy and simple to use your Google research. So your Google research also fall under your Gmail, okay? And all the tools I have made mention of so far, which is from your data entry skills that you can use your Google spreadsheet or your Google form to provide services, to your email management, your calendar management, and your Google research, all falls under Google Workspace, okay? And your Google Workspace is your Gmail. Now, if you have a professional Gmail, you have nothing to worry about, and that is your Google Workspace, okay? I want you to understand this as a new beginner to virtual assistant. So these are all the skills and the tools that we need to be able to provide good quality services to our potential client as a new beginner to virtual assistant, or rather general virtual assistant. And I hope this teaching interests you. If you find this helpful, feel free to give it a like, subscribe, follow for more, and also share this video to reach more audience. See you in the next video.